Root beer barrel candies were invented in the early 1900s by pharmacist Charles Heinz. The idea for the treat came after tasting a Native American root tea on his honeymoon. Does this tasty candy still satisfy over a century later? It's time to roll out the barrel on. You tried that? You tried that. I'm Nick North, my pal Jed Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hello.
Boys. Cookie Monster. You familiar?
I've heard of. I'm. He's a bit of an inspiration for me, if I'm being honest.
Hell yeah.
He's in the. He's dipping his toe into politics now. So this is a true story that Cookie Monster did tweet this.
What?
So do you know what? Do you know what shrinkflation is?
Do you know what a true story is? Yes, I know what it is. Shrinkflation is where you're paying more for like even a smaller thing than it used to be.
Oh, I thought it was what happens to me in the pool. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they decided to tweet from the Cookie Monster account, "Me hate shrinkflation. Me cookies are getting smaller. Me guess me going to have to eat double the cookies." Right, so.
I mean, it's pretty sound logic from a fucking blue monster puppet, so I can't disagree.
Right. But this was seen by a number of politicians who decided to jump on this Cookie Monster bandwagon.
This will reach the youths.
Yeah, this is how I relate to Gen Z.
Senator in Ohio tweeted to response to this: "Big corporations shrink the size of their products without shrinking their prices, all to pay for CEOs' bonuses. People in my state of Ohio are fed up. They should get all the cookies they pay for."
Okay, that's mildly clever, at least. Like, that's not too bad. Not
That's
that
clever?
actually. Yeah. Not really.
Which part?
So Cookie Monster, how do you feel about a child's icon here getting involved? Is this just like a funny comment from Cookie Monster, or did he go a step too far?
I mean, there's never anything funny on Twitter. Let's be clear. There are no such things as funny tweets. But as far as tweets go, I guess it's a pretty good one.
This was way better than that time that Big Bird gave a stance on Roe v. Wade. That was kind of too far, I thought.
Me put feet on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
Big Bird always hatches eggs that Big Bird lays.
T is for trickle-down economics. That's good enough for me. What? Yeah.
And remember when the Count tweeted "Stop the Count"? It was a little weird. He wanted to stop himself.
Like, what are the odds? Like, actually, I feel like the odds are pretty good that Donald Trump was on Sesame Street at some point. Like, it sounds he was a rich,
probably
famous guy
appears
in
all
80s.
this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I heard he groped Snuffleupagus. I could be wrong.
He grabbed him by the snuff. Did you guys watch a lot of Sesame Street growing up?
I watched a ton of it. I watched it like every day, like when I was a kid.
I think no one from like our generation didn't see it, and I don't even think. Do kids watch it at all? Like, did your kid? My kids didn't watch Sesame Street 1 growing up.
There was a brief period of time where Jake watched it a little bit, but even there, it was like way different. Like I don't know. It was just like the format was different, and like I don't know, the politics was more rampant. No, but it was definitely, it was not your father's SNL. Let's put it as fucking SNL, Sesame Street.
I tried to introduce it to my daughter, and like within the last year, and she was into it for maybe like 10 episodes, and then she just decided she didn't like it anymore. And that was when there was one episode where Abby Cadabby was out there talking about how jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. And then my daughter was out. No, but actually the real reason is Cookie Monster related. So in the newer seasons, there's like way more of a focus on Elmo, which makes the
Yeah.
show like
Yep.
just completely unwatchable because Elmo is like so fucking annoying. But they have these Cookie Monster segments.
It was rich and nuanced before that. It was like the character development was a lot better. Yeah.
Well, it just didn't have as much now there's like Elmo in like every episode. He gets like a
Yeah.
dedicated segment, and it's like the most annoying voice. But there's these Cookie Monster segments where there's called like Smart Cookies or something, where Cookie Monster is like trying to like solve crimes or something. And
Oh.
I thought they were actually kind of funny. so Cookie Monster's trying to solve crimes, and he's got
Cookie see he violated by broom before he died. It's like smoking a cigar and wearing a trench coat.
Cookie study the blood splatter on the walls.
Cookie say, "Turn off surveillance camera. Time to make this guy talk." What?
Yeah. Anyways, but it's Cookie Monster and 3 like cookie puppets, like a fortune cookie and like a chocolate chip cookie and I don't know, a fucking third one. And they're like trying to catch this criminal called Crumb, who's like this dude that's just, he looks like an evil chef kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke is that Cookie Monster keeps trying to eat his cookie sidekicks, which is like a little grim when you think about it, because they're like, hey, get your mouth off me and stuff like that. But anyways, my daughter decided she was scared of Crumb, and so because of
he was
that,
played by Mitch McConnell.
He kind of does look like a Muppet.
Yeah, so because of that, she said she'd never wanted to watch Sesame Street again, just because of a couple of those segments. Yeah. But
this episode brought to you by QAnon Shaman. I used to love Cookie Monster when I was a kid. Like he was, like,
me too.
Absolutely my favorite. I loved him
Big
and
Fur.
Snuffleupagus.
Cookie see rookie throwing up in corner, but Cookie numb.
Yeah.
Yep.
C is for propaganda. That's what Sesame Street is.
B is for body bag.
Common cop thing to need body bags. All of the murders on Sesame Street.
He's a detective.
C is for Coke Den. That's where we're headed today, kids.
Telly always did seem on edge. I bet he was sniffing all that cocaine. Oh, go inside him, guys. I'm sorry.
You know, there's a bunch of like used needles in Oscar the Grouch's can and stuff. Like he's just jamming them. He's like, "What's left over?"
Mr. Hooper got to cut a bitch. Like he just comes out with like a knife. Oh shit, old man, calm down.
Are those same old actors still alive? Like,
no, I think Bob died while we were watching it. Not like on camera, but like
Bob has a heart attack. Cookie Monster here to solve the crime.
But no, I'm serious, guys. I'm dying. D is for death. It's good enough for Bob.
C is for congenital heart failure.
No, Bob died. I want to say Luis died. I'm sure they're all dead by
know
now.
all this.
I don't know.
Because I remember them
Fucking
dying.
Bob?
Bob was the old guy that
Bob?
wore sweaters and shit. And then there was Gordon, was the bald black guy. And Luis
He's dead.
He's probably kicked it.
Yeah, Bob. Bob was, Bob, heart attack. Luis, probably cancer. And like, oh, don't forget Gordo. He had a stroke.
Hey, Gordo? There's Maria. Not going to say she's dead, but I bet she's not alive. Wasn't there something about Elmo, the guy that did Elmo's voice is some like shithead or something? Didn't he I thought he got into trouble too. I don't remember exactly.
Maybe that was like a clickbait kind of a story.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah. That won't slander his account. He's a state after he's dead.
R.I.P. to a bunch of old fucks.
Yeah. No Cookie play in memoriam. In the arms of...
It's just puppets flashing through.
All right. Well, thank
Yep.
you to those. Thank you to Bob for making our childhoods better. But...
Yeah. Wouldn't be where we were today without Bob.
Bob taught us a lot about preventative health care. Plaque buildup in your arteries.
Wear a condom, children.
C is for condom.
As Bob's like collapsing, he's like, this never would have happened if I had universal health care. And
Leave it in. The puppet just like looks to the ground and looks back up at the camera.
But then later it turned out it was just some bad coke he was sold.
He's making like the cut motion because Bob's dead with the puppet.
Up here, camera on me. He starts tap dancing. Fucking puppets. He was dancing, arms just.
turn off camera. He twitching like me when I dance.
Someone help. Where Gordo? He's dead.
Camera pans over. Gordon's laying in the street dead.
Shit. Like just 5 knives sticking out of his chest. New mystery for Cookie to solve.
All right. We've got 3 snacks rated on a 5-point scale. I love dat, like dat, indifferent to dat, dislike dat, and hate dat. I talked about the root. I call them root beer barrels, but these are not barrel shaped. They're just root beer candy. And this is the Claeys, Claeys, old-fashioned hard candy, root beer flavored. On the front it does say, now you can enjoy that old-fashioned soda fountain root beer flavor in a delicious hard candy.
We should also note these come from friend of the podcast and friend in real life, Nick Chemnitz, right? Picked these up.
Yeah, is he a friend of the podcast? I think just in real life.
He listens on occasion, I think.
All our listeners are our friends.
I can also say this is about the most Nick Chemnitz snack you could think, like an old-fashioned root beer candy. That sounds exactly like up his alley.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he bought himself a bag.
Yeah.
Yes, he got us one.
They're covered in this white dust. I don't know if that's just sugar or what it is.
I'm pretty sure both you guys like root beer, correct?
I do.
Love root beer. It's my favorite soda. Yeah. Right now, I'm off soda completely, except for maybe like 2 root beers a month tops is what I'm doing. But I cut out all other soda from my life this year.
I don't know that I never order it because there's always something else I like better, but I do enjoy root beer.
How do you feel about root beer, Novak?
I will get root beers on occasion. I will like buy a 4-pack of Spreckers or something and just I'd say like once every 6 weeks or so. And I do love a root beer float.
Me too.
It's amazing.
And
it's the best root beer preparation.
Okay.
It might be the best root beer preparation. Now, I have heard people tell me that they think root beer tastes like toothpaste. I've had multiple people tell me that when I told them I like root beer. But I never saw it myself.
Yeah. I guess I'll pay attention. I never had that association in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Geiger, what do you think of these candies?
The old root beer barrel. Zing, boom, terrell.
We'll have a barrel of fun.
Mm-hmm. They're fine. They taste like a root beer candy. I mean, like they don't necessarily taste like root beer, but they taste like every root beer candy I've ever had, and they're decently sized. There's just like kind of not much to say. They're tasty. If you like root beer and you like root beer candy, you'll like this. A mild like that. They're fine. Nothing to sneeze at.
Chad?
My favorite flavor of like those little tiny Dum-Dums lollipops, was always root beer. And this actually tastes a lot like that to me. My problem is that is the size. Like the size is so big, and it's such like a hard candy. I'm gonna have to spit it out because it'll take me like 20 minutes to eat like just one of these. And the flavor starts to just get like less interesting to me over time. And I kind of don't want to keep eating it anymore. So while it was sort of like initially good, it's like diminishing returns very quickly. So for that reason, I think I'm just going to settle on an indifferent to that.
This is like a definition of an indifferent to me. The only time I would ever see having these if I was on like a road trip and that's all that was in the car. Like this is like a time passing type of.
The worst planned road trip of all time.
Wow.
I got a bag of root beer hard candy, and that'll get us to California, right?
It's not I'm hitchhiking. It's someone else's road trip. The weaseled in on. So it's just really plain. To me, it's a time wasting type of candy. I'm gonna give it an indifferent to that. Let's next go to the. I have to spit out this root beer.
Mm-hmm.
And let's next go to the meat stick.
Oh, good.
We've got the Iowa Smokehouse Country Style Original Meat Stick. This Iowa Smokehouse real big on there. Smells delicious.
This thing is colossal.
Yeah.
Big ass meat stick, yeah.
Better than the city style meat stick, which is just like cigarettes and pigeon shit.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking city sticks.
What city is Sesame Street in?
City sticks just won't understand. They never do establish that, do they? It's like The Simpsons, where you don't know until.
It's supposed to be like New York City, right?
Is it?
Oh, probably.
I'll look
Oh
it
no.
up. I don't know. There's an actual park there, though. That makes no sense. All right. What?
Probably is New York.
I mean,
It's Atlanta, I think.
I think it's Saukville.
It's
Could be
Tel
wrong.
Aviv, probably.
Mm-hmm. Sesame Street is the public thoroughfare where the central characters live, officially located in New York City.
Okay.
Boom, headshot.
Do you say headshot
Bob?
when you're right about something?
Yeah. I do.
Bob got sniped by Chad. It's no good.
Yeah, every time I'm right, I kill a Sesame Street cast member.
All right, Chad. Iowa Smokehouse.
Yeah,
You like their meat stick?
I do. Actually we had, what was the meat stick we had? The Mighty Spark that was like the first meat stick I really loved.
Yeah.
I think this one is good, but it doesn't hit that same level of the other one. There's something missing in the flavor, and I don't know if it's just like it doesn't have enough salt or maybe like a little bit more of some interesting seasonings or something. It just tastes kind of plain to me. The consistency is fine, and the flavor is good, but it just doesn't go to that like next level that I would really kind of want. So for me, it's a like that. It's a fine meat stick.
Man, I don't know how you could think that it's not salty enough. It's salty as fuck.
Maybe it's not salt that it needs, but it just needs some additional flavoring, I think.
I did say it's really salty, and I like that. I really like this meat stick. I know it's kind of a overly processed meat stick. It's like got something in common, I feel like, with like a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
But I think it's a better version of it. I really like it. I would buy and eat this meat stick for my own road trip. Right, I would bring the meat sticks to the road trip. I wouldn't rely on someone else's hard candy. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give this a love, Dad. It's very tasty. I don't know if it's like it tasting even better coming off that root beer candy, but it's really hitting the spot. So, Geiger, what do you think?
Novak and I about to have the weirdest road trip of all time, just full of root beer candy and beef sticks.
Where are we going?
I'm with you. What's that? Where are we going? Let's go see Chad. When we
Hell
get
yeah.
out there. Yeah. Sorry, I had to finish my. Got a mouthful of meat.
Mhm.
Oh, now.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Right. This thing is beefy. This is like a big old beefy boy. Like we've had thicker meat sticks, but it feels like All right, this is about to sound stupid as fuck, so prepare your jokes. It just sounds like there's more meat to this one than there is like filler and fat chunks and like gristle and whatever else they fucking put in there. You can actually taste the smoke a little bit. Like it tastes smoke. They use the word smoked in these things all the time. They don't taste smoky. This one does. It's got actual meat in it. I would say it probably could stand to be about half the size. Like we don't need a foot long beef steak.
Yeah, it's too big.
But this is delicious. A strong like that. I almost went low, but it's
Ooh.
yeah.
Wow.
But it's very. I like it a lot.
All right, a love and a couple likes. It's
Novak, do you
extremely
think
strong score.
you like this
What's
better
that?
than the salt and pepper chicken stick from a couple weeks ago, or no? You and I gave that one loves.
Yeah, I might have to taste it one again. And I don't think I'd give it a meat stick of love in like the first 5 years of this podcast.
Oh,
So
no, none of I think none of us have. Yeah.
to have it a couple in a row is impressive.
Nice.
I might like this one better even, but I'm not remembering that one as well.
Beefy.
So beefy.
All right, Chad, it's segment time.
Okay, well, you guys know what, I mean, this is coming out in a couple weeks from now, but I feel like it'll still be in the pop culture zeitgeist, the big movie that everybody's talking about, Dune 2. Y'all seen the Dune 2?
The Dune.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if it's regional. I don't know a single fucking person talking about Dune or Dune 2.
I mean, it's in the movies right now. It's popular. It's like a big tentpole.
Yeah, it's like the number one movie. Everybody's talking about
a Marvel thing.
You walk down the street, everybody's like, Dune, sandworms, etc. That's just what people are
Right.
saying.
Well, that's
Dune,
why they keep
Dune.
saying sandworms. I was wondering.
I went to the doctor. He's like, "You have sandworms." Like, I know, right, Dune? Like, what? No, you're about to die.
So I saw Dune 2.
It's like, you
I
have high
liked it.
blood pressure. And I'm like, yeah, Dune. Dune's great.
Cookie Monster came up and he's like, Bob's dead. Yeah, Dune, exactly.
You was stage 4 Dune. I'm like, yeah, that figures.
I saw Dune 2. Pretty good, not perfect, fun time at the movies. But anyways, I will say one thing I noticed. There's a lot of weird names, weird character names in Dune. You know what else there's a lot of weird names of? Fish. There's a lot of fish with weird names. That's something else I've noticed in my day-to-day life.
Not a
So
pivot
we're
I was
gonna
expecting.
we're gonna play a game we haven't played in a little while here. You Faked Dat. So here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna give you 3 things, and you got to decide which one is a character name from the movie or book Dune, or the Dune series more specifically. There's like 5-6 books or something. Or is it a type of fish? Or is it something I made up? I faked that. All right.
All right. Give me in as much detail as you can without giving away. Like, are the types of names in Dune similar to like Star Wars style names? Or are they more like a Game of Thrones style name?
Well, the main character's name is Paul. Does that help?
Oh yeah. So it's like the Sesame Street human type names.
Yeah. No. Other than him and his mom, who's Jessica, the rest of the names are kind of more. They're more like Star Warsy kind of name, but maybe not as wild as Star Wars names. But yeah, they're kind of out there like that. Mm-hmm. They sound like
Bobby
fish
Dune.
names, basically. Yeah.
Is Horse X-Wing Fighter in Dune?
Yeah. No horse X-wing fighter. There is a half horse, half sandworm though.
Oh, nice.
Is the main character's name Bobby Dune?
All right.
Does he say, "How you doing"? No.
Set in the streets of New York City.
is Joey from Friends in Dune? Is what I mean.
Hey, I'm sandworming over here.
Sandworming.
All right, so Geiger, a little bit of an advantage here because Geiger, you've at least seen the first Dune movie, and
Yeah, but
you have gone fishing before. So you
Yeah,
have...
I'm sure the setup will be Paul Trout. Whatever
So,
you're gonna make up.
This is
Novak
right in
will...
your wheelhouse, Geiger.
Oh,
yeah, this is in Geiger's wheelhouse. So we will have Novak go first with list B, which
Nice.
is the
Okay.
easier list. Here we go.
That's what I was going to choose anyway.
Yeah. So Novak, your first set here: Woebegong, Shalgoss, and Glossu. What do you think? Woebegong,
God damn it.
Shalgoss,
I
and
mean,
Glossu.
this is just
This fucking
Meep Mort, Blop Blop, and Bleep Blop. Pick one.
Woe be gone.
uh-huh. Shalgoss and Glossu.
Shalgoss and Glossu.
Bro, we were out on that
I'm gonna
lake just
say
hammering glossus all week.
Glossu is the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Woe be gone is
The name of this segment.
Who's the guy? Who's that like Minnesota radio guy with like the like really slow voice and all the jokes are about like fucking living in Minnesota? Who's the guy I'm thinking of?
Dave Thomas or whatever his name is, or
No.
Jesse Ventura.
Randy Moss. I don't know.
Garrison
thinking of
Keeler.
Lake
Oh, Garrison
Woebegone, Dave?
Keeler.
Lake Woebegone. That's what I was
Okay.
thinking.
But this is actually
I'm not-
Woebegong ends in a G. Important
Okay.
distinction.
I was like, okay,
I didn't know Garrison
Garrison
Keeler was
Keeler.
from Minnesota. I wouldn't have put that one on.
yeah, that's the whole thing. Like it's
Okay,
it's like the worst fucking humor.
Yeah, like it's the humor that you think is funny if you read the New Yorker, I bet, or the Sesame Streeter.
Yeah, it's
Or if you do nothing but just sit in Minnesota all day. Maybe
it's even worse than the humor on this podcast.
That's a low bar.
I bet you Garrison Keeler's never done a 5-minute material on Bob from Sesame Street having a heart attack, has he? Fucking loser.
I heard some Garrison Keeler bit. I forget where it was. Like somebody I knew was like playing. I was at someone's house and it was like playing on the background. And
You were
whole,
hitchhiking
like,
and they were just playing that and giving you root beer candies.
the car wasn't moving. I was like, are we gonna go? And it was the whole thing was about how Lutherans wear brown shoes. And like it was like the Lutheran shoe store, and it was like, and we sell brown shoes, and like the crowd just starts cracking up. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
You know them fucking Lutherans and their brown shoes.
Right.
Man, that's fucking Slade back in the day, I guess.
Right. So I'll say Woebegone is the, I know I keep saying it wrong, but it doesn't matter. It's the Dune, and then the middle one is made up.
Shalgoss is made up. Okay. All right, you get 1 point there. Shalgoss is in fact made up. Woebegong is a type of fish, and Glossu is actually a pretty big character played by Dean Batista, the damn Deacon Batista.
Oh, nice.
In the Dune movies, yeah.
It's
that
damn Glossu!
Why was he Dean Batista?
Yeah, he was never
I
Dean
meant
Batista.
to say Deacon. I meant to say
Dave
Remember-
Batista.
Remember when he ran that university?
Yeah,
The University of Ninth Schmacks?
I meant to say Deacon, but I said Dean for some reason.
Dean.
Yeah, yes,
I'm just
Dave.
picturing him walking around like in like the graduation cap and everything. Like it's Dean Batista.
With those tiny glasses he had in Blade
Yeah.
Runner. All right, Geiger, you're up here.
Mm-hmm.
First one, Rummy.
Uh-huh. That
Second.
seems targeted.
Peter DeVries. Third, bony-eared assfish.
Okay. This is classic Chad misdirection. So it's Dune, fish, and made up.
And
Okay.
you picked that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bony-eared assfish is one of them, and then the other two were what again? Peter somebody?
Peter DeVries and Rummy.
Uh-huh. Yep. So
Rummy. That's the name of my alcoholic guy all the time.
yeah, I know. That's so I remember
That's what happened to
remember
Louise from Sesame Street.
I remember when the Harkonnens had to defeat the army led by Bony Fish Assface. I'm gonna say that you made up that last one. It seems too. I know I'll be fooled by that.
The bony-eared ass fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Peter Fishhead. What was his name?
Peter DeVries.
I was close. Is okay. Wait, what's the first one again?
Rummy.
Rummy's the fish, then, and Peter DeVries is in the Dune.
Okay,
There's
1
no
point for you
fish
there.
named Peter DeVries.
Yeah, that's what I realized. I'm like, I can't do that. Hi, I'm Peter. Oh shit, everyone talks.
Peter DeVries, it's spelled weird. It's spelled like Pitir or something. Is
At
in
least the
Dune.
name.
He's like this weird skinny right hand man for the Harkonnens, and like he dies when Oscar Isaac spits the poison gas out of his mouth.
Oh, is he the guy? I know the guy, like his like concierge.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Not concierge.
Rummy, I made up. Bony-eared ass fish is a real fish.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you
Wow.
fish for that?
Bony-eared ass fish. In
Ass to fish.
It's like something my dad would call me.
Okay, Novak.
Put me in the water. Bony, I got a bony ear and big ass.
Okay, Novak, you are up here. Yeah, the next ones are Paul, Travis the Rainbow Trout, and Big Mouth Billy Bass. Okay, Novak, here we go. Princess Wencesia,
Fish.
Tisk with a Q at the end, or Stargazer.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Stargazer's a fish. Mostly certain. And so Princess Wencesia, and what was the middle one?
Tisk with a Q at the end. Tisq.
All right, I'm gonna say Tisk is from the movie How You Doing, and you made up Princess.
Okay, that's a 1. I made up Tisk. Princess Wencesia is from Dune, from the books, and Stargazer is a fish. You were right about that. Good one, good one. All right, Geiger, here we go.
Yep.
See how you can do on this one. Fringe Head, Thufir Hawat, Bestia Tuk.
Branch hand.
Fish. They all sound like fish to me.
Yeah. All three are fish. This is a
And
trick.
fish.
And I love Festia Took.
Thurfy in the Hawat.
Whoa. You can watch Chad's teeth falling out in real time. Thufia Harwat. Motherfuck. What's the last one?
Bestia Tuk.
Took. Bestia Took is Dune. Thurfia Harwat you made up. Ridgehead or Fringe
Head?
Fringe Head is the fish. I'm wrong.
All right, that's 1. Fringe Head is the fish. Bestia Tuk I made up. Thurfir Hawat. He's the like right hand, like the concierge kind of guy for Oscar Isaac. He's like his eyes roll in the back of his head and stuff.
Oh, the guy that does the math and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, you dumb fuck.
The guy that does the math. That's right. He's the math guy.
He does. Yeah.
All right, halfway through. Here we go. Novak, up to you here. Cornix Gracelud, Higgins Eye, Shai
that's fish.
Hulud.
Oh wait, they're all fish. Cornix Graysung.
Cornix Gracelud, Higgins Eye, Shai Hulud.
Higgins Eye fish.
Mm-hmm.
Cornix Dune.
Shai Hulud I made up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's another 1-pointer for you there.
Wow. At least we're scoring.
Trading baskets here, yeah.
Yeah. You're getting
Trading
the fish
free throws,
right.
I guess.
Okay.
I guess all these sound like fish, or sound like Dune characters. Higgins Eye is the fish. Shai Hulud is what the sand people called the sandworms. So it's like the native word for sandworm or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Geiger, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see what you think of this one.
Sandworm.
Seraphin, Dracula Shrimpgaby, and Marty.
Okay, Marty. You're giving me Marty. Marty.
Mm-hmm.
Great Scott.
All right. Dracula, Shrimp Gubby, Marty, and what's the first one?
Seraphin.
You fucking dick. I'm gonna say Dracula, Shrimp Gubby is the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Marty is your buddy. No. I'm gonna say Seraphin is Dune and Marty you made up.
Oh, so close. You got another 1 pointer.
Wow, that's all
Yeah.
we've done.
Dracula Shrimpkabee is the fish. Marty is a character in the Dune books,
Marty.
spelled exactly like Marty McFly. And I made up Seraphin.
I am Bastille Took. I'm Marty. Author was tired that day. I'm up here on this dune.
Okay, Novak. Last one for you. Let's see if you can pull out ahead here. It's tied up,
All right.
3-3. Here we go. Eakin Nefud, Earmuff Rass, and Lurio Rose.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
Shit.
Yeah.
And give me the first two again.
No.
Eakin Nefud, Earmuff Rass, Lurio Rose.
I'm gonna go Earmuff as the fish, and the last one as the Dune.
Lurio
Made up the
Rose is
first
the
one.
Dune. Well, another 1 pointer.
Damn.
Earmuff
What'd I
Rass is the fish.
I got every fucking fish you named.
We are fish experts here.
You guys are fishmen. Eakin Nefud is from Dune. Lurio
Damn
Rose,
it.
I made up.
He's Marty's dad.
All right, last one here, Geiger.
Yeah.
So if
So
you,
much pressure.
if you only get the fish right, then you tie.
Uh-huh.
But if
Bouquet
you get-
Monster.
and Bob. Okay, here we go. See if I can pronounce these. These ones are tricky.
You made one up, so I would assume you can.
Tilwith Waff,
Yeah.
Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Uapa,
Yep.
Arp.
Okay, we're gonna close this out with a 3-for, okay?
All right, let's do it.
Let's see. Call the shot.
Hookah dua whatever is the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Arp is Dune, and you made up the other one. One?
Yeah.
The fish?
Did I get the
Did you get the fish?
You got the fish.
Oh!
Yeah, I made up Arp, and Ty Wolf Waff is a Dune character.
Okay. Is there a tiebreaker
Wow.
you got for us?
Yeah, sure.
How many times did I fart watching Dune 2?
Yeah.
What is the basic idea of Dune? Give me
Yeah.
the 3-sentence synopsis.
There's so there's a planet that everybody's fighting over, and then there's
So Harker Harker Loon Loon goes to the planet Carnivoo.
there's a planet that has this valuable resource that everyone is fighting over, basically. And then
So it's Avatar.
it's a much better done Avatar. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
It's the Sand Avatar version.
Sand Avatar.
Yeah. There's the second movie is just 3 hours of them just swimming through the sand, and
Yeah.
nothing else happens. James Cameron sticks his head in and is like, "Isn't this entertaining? Just swimming."
Tries to fucking drown them all again. I'm back.
Where's the unobtained sand?
All right. Pecan log. Homestyle candies. Pecan log. Now, a little. I know this means nothing usually. I did give this to Laura before we tried it, and she gave it one of the highest thumbs up rating she's ever given anything we've eaten.
That
So she said
means
it was
nothing.
excellent.
It's tied for every other food she's eaten.
So it's a candy bar shape.
There's something
with
on the
a bunch
inside.
of little pecans around some kind of a sticky
Like
Can
marshmallow.
anyone
or
get from
something?
the ingredients what we are?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if it's marshmallow or some kind of cream.
Sugar, corn syrup, caramel flavored chips. I think it's just like a very sugary, maybe with a little caramel in there.
I did think this would be a lot harder than it is. It's pretty soft.
Well, the pecan nut layer is not all that sizable.
No.
Can you think of anything that inside reminds you of?
Marshmallow? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's sort of like a softer nougat, but white. You know?
Right. It's not bad. Pecan's not my favorite nut. I don't mind it. Of all the nuts that I would eat solo, like if I was going to eat a handful of nuts.
You're on a road trip by yourself and
right.
grabbing some nuts.
I
And
actually
they're not your own
snack
nuts that you're grabbing.
snack on peanuts pretty regularly.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite nut to eat. Pecans wouldn't be right up there. I don't even love pecan pie. I know, Geiger, you love it.
I do.
I actually think it needs more of them. Like it needs more of a crunch to it, because like as I'm chewing, I'm mostly just tasting that nougaty inside. I'm just gonna give this an indifferent to Dad. Unfortunately, I don't think it's great, but it's really not too bad either. Geiger, what do you think?
My first impression was it was too sweet, but it kind of, I don't know, it's grown on me a little bit. It's another snack that doesn't need to be this big. It's a lot of pecan roll. I don't know who, well, I'm almost done with it, but it's a tough rate. It's almost a little too caramely syrupy for me. It is at the end, I think, just too sweet. So I'm going to give it a high level indifferent. It's good, but I just can't. It's very, very sugary.
All right. We've got a couple indifferents. There's no way for it to beat the meat stick, but we'll see if we have full agreement on it. Chad, what do you think?
Well, it's a tough rate. I will say that. It's my original thought on this. I think it's I don't like the consistency. Like I think it should have a little bit more toughness to it. It's a little too soft and squishy. I think the pecans have like kind of a weird aftertaste, and Geiger, I think it is too sweet. I think it's too sweet here. You eat a couple bites and all I'm tasting is like the sugar burn. For me, actually, it drops it down into dislike that. I don't think it's very good.
All right, a couple indifferents, a dislike. The winner by a long amount is the Iowa Smokehouse country style meat stick. Very good meat stick. I don't see these anywhere around here. I don't know if Chemnitz got this in Texas, even though it's called Iowa Smokehouse, but we'll have to ask him where you can find those. It's the clear winner today. Geiger, where can the listeners contact us?
If you have ever killed someone on Sesame Street, Cookie Monster will find you and he'll be brought to justice. Whoa. Yeah. I'm looking at you.
Cookie must find the Freemasons.
Cholesterol. Cookie prying open third eye.
G is for grassy knoll.
Yes, remember that grassy knoll in Sesame Street? There was constantly a second shooter. That was like a whole year-long run on the show where they were trying to figure out who killed Grover. It's Big Grover. I don't know.
Gordo have second stroke.
He's also the medical examiner. Go figure out what happened, Cookie. Yeah. Had stroke. Just looks up. Thanks, man.
Cookie tell Gordo too soon to return to work.
Cookie tell Gordo to be careful with blood thinners.
Cookie also therapist here at Gordo's Dark Past.
Aware of Gordo.
Gordo's seen some shit.
Cookie not break patient patient confidentiality agreement.
Except for Gordo fuck Maria.
Luis, you know Gordo fucking Maria? What? It's true.
Cookie watching corner from chair and slowly stroke Cookie dick.
Cookie only investigating. Cookie only doing stuff.
Cookie only doing research.
Cookie hired as private eye. Cookie have license. Sorry, Cookie hungry.
Cookie make cookie.
Yes, that's right, children. Cookie jack off on a Cookie in the corner while Gordo fuck Maria and then eat Cookie. Follow along to the plot of Sesame Street.
It is clear A to B.
That's just what they're like doing the regular stits, like the letter H is like dancing around. They cut back to Cookie just furiously beating it in the corner, and then they quickly cut away again. Jesus, sorry.
Cookie not finished yet.
Cookie wrapping up investigations, like come flying everywhere.
Cookie's like the camera cut and Cookie's looking to the side, and then Cookie like looks straight at camera. It's googly eyes.
Hairy monster comes up to do like to do the forensic investigation. Oh, black light not required for this one, Harry. No, Cookie don't think that necessary. It looks like a mixture of chocolate chips and semen. Oh no. Maria snacking right.
That was the other
Gordo.
Muppet.
Well, he talks regular.
This looks like semen.
That was forensic Muppet. All right. You have if you've done that, yeah. Let us know. If you'd like to let us know what you think of our snack ratings, if you'd like to suggest a snack for the podcast, if you just want to say hi, you can do so at youtrydat@gmail.com. We are on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we are on Twitter /X, hashtag You Tried Dat. We're on Facebook with the You Tried Dat group. If you do enjoy the podcast, please let your family and friends know and leave a review. And as always, thanks for listening. And again, thanks to Kevin for getting us these snacks.
Cookie want to see Epstein flight log. You guys, have they completely gotten rid of the
Epstein flight log?
McDonald's? Like,
I think it's in evidence somewhere.
Have they completely gotten rid of the McDonald's puppet characters?
Yeah, for the most part.
Grimace is still in shit, right? Like,
what?
He's still
shit?
working. Yeah. He was in Dune. He played Marty. Yeah, I don't.
No, they have like I mean, I see like ads and shit for like Grimace figurines and stuff that they're having at McDonald's.
Where?
What?
What McDonald's?
I don't know. I don't go to McDonald's. I'm just saying I see like the ads for it and stuff. Like,
I seen all the advertisements.
Can't get away from
Grimace figurines.
There's Grimace everywhere. You guys don't walk down the street and just see Grimace everywhere you turn.
Don't you remember Stop the Steal ads about the Hamburglar?
Robble the election.
Cookie Monster closed his eyes and all he see is Grimace. Grimace haunt Cookie nightmares.
Wait, because Grimace got murdered, he couldn't solve it, or Grimace was the one that got away?
Yeah, that both. That one, the one you said.
Tortured Cookie Monster. Oh, God damn it. Another body covered with semen for Cookie.
Dunking his cookies in like a glass of bourbon. Tough day on job, said Cookie.
Cookie Monster have to clean up 35 severed puppet parts.
Cookie too old for this shit.
Cookie been through some shit. Cookie is like Denzel Washington in Training Day. Big Bird ain't got nothing on Cookie. Just like pounding his chest. I run this shit, motherfucker. That's not even a cookie. I just yelled and swore. That wasn't even like
Cookie, run this Sesame Street.
Your first one. I run this shit, motherfucker. Nothing. Not in any kind of cookie voice.
I don't even think that's a quote from Training Day. Cookie just suck my dick. Wait, what the? Why? He's going off book now. That wasn't in the script.
Gordo have ninth stroke in month.
Yeah. Gordo. What? Gordo. Gordo managed to live through 9 strokes. Me beginning to think foul play.
Gordo have 10th stroke while fucking Maria. Don't ask Cookie how Cookie know.
Good thing Cookie always around to give mouth to mouth. Always on scene.
Gordo on workman's comp again? Cookie think insurance fraud.
Cookie must be careful. Gordo is the shot caller.
I like Cookie as medical examiner.
Cookie, what happened? 9th stroke. He just looks at him. Doesn't even like do an exam. Stroke.
Cookie, why are you taking off your trench coat in front of these bodies? Me changed into medical examiner.
Cookie noticed 9 stab wounds on victim, but that not what kill victim. Actually, what kill victim is fall. Okay.
Each stab wound caused separate stroke.
The stab wounds all in head, see?
Gordo dying doing what he lived, pretending to have stroke while fucking Maria. Again, no ask how Cookie know. Private investigation only.
Gordo 11th stroke, actual real stroke.
Here you see Telly's entrails across the floor.
Good Lord, there's a problem at Sesame Street.
That was the least, like, getting further away from Cookie Monster. There was no change in it. Here you see Telly's entrails.
That was Hannibal Lecter.
Signed by me, Detective Cookie Monster.
Hello, Clarice. Here's Telly's entrails. What the fuck? So, hold up. So Gordo got stabbed in the head 9 times, and Telly's entrails all over the ground? What the fuck's going on? I know it's New York.
Cookie's seen some shit.
All right. Well, that was something. We'll be back next time. We're trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Dune says.
Oh, yeah.
Cookie Monster, what's the matter?
What matter? Me tell you what matter. Nobody believe me.